they were good.
Okay, here we are at day 3 of Brenner's tour of South by Southwest. A lot of us saw a lot of interesting stuff today. We'll give you some top lines. Here's Raquel to tell you what she saw this morning.
Hello, I'm just gonna say very briefly that the first presentation I went this morning was Visual Thinking Matters, and just saying it in a few words, we should use visuals, graphics, diagrams, any sort of visual graphic thing that we can do to express ourselves better than just using words all the time. Because of the famous saying that I forgot, you have to remind me.
A picture's worth 1,000 words?
Yes, exactly. So we should use, or how do you say, we should take advantage of that saying or that idiom more than what we do. And that will help communication in between us, in between the teams, in between groups of people, clients. Very useful stuff.
Cool, very cool.
Sorry. I forgot to say something. I would just to say that I uploaded a lot of photos to the Flickr account that we have in the blog. So please just have a look at it. We have a ton of good stuff there. Just remember to check it out.
Cool. Definitely check out the Flickr photos. I know a lot of folks have been taking pictures, and Raquel's been popping them off right and left. So there's plenty of photos there. Jay's here to tell you a little bit about presenting directly to the brain, presenting straight to the brain.
Presenting straight to the brain. Great thing about presenting and what the chemistry and the psychology of how the brain reacts to information, which is really interesting. But I think probably it was best summed up by one of the best quotes of the day. Actually, 3 of us all tweeted it at exactly the same time, which is, if your PowerPoint presentation makes a good handout, it's a lousy presentation. And something we all have to get better at, particularly with regards to communicating our communications. So I thought that was great. It's been a great day once again, a marathon, so we're all pacing ourselves, but a huge amount of really great information. Again, this should become a standard for Brenner every year, with a different group of people coming out to learn and to really gain the knowledge and just get the creative inspiration of this place. So it's been, again, another great day. Aaron?
Very cool. Aaron's in. He's going to tell us a little bit about Kathy Sierra's talk.
Kathy Sierra, one of her great points she made was that your brand actually is part of something bigger, bigger than what you sell. So, for instance, if you sell cooking implements, your brand isn't necessarily about cooking implements, or it shouldn't be. Your add value to what you're telling people about. It shouldn't be about cooking implements. You're really adding value to the bigger thing, which is cooking at home, or food, or cooking in general. So spatulas isn't your story, cooking is. So one of the things you need to consider is right now you and all your competitors are probably playing with kind of the same set of what she calls the kind of the graphic equalizer sliders. So you're all doing things within the same group of feature sets and things you communicate, things you talk about, and even the emphasis that you put on your brand or your brand communications use. And all the different brands in your space are just sliding these sliders up and down, and so one has more of this, the other one has more of that. But you're playing with the same palette of stuff. What she says to do is actually add sliders to your equalizer. So add new things that no one else is doing. Add new parts of the story for that kind of bigger thing that your brand's a part of. And that's really the way. That's the only way to really break through the clutter. Otherwise, you can move your brand forward in increments, but to really break through that wall, you have to add something new to the conversation.
Very cool. Very cool. I got the opportunity to be interviewed by Mark Risen Hopkins, for those of you familiar with his blogging and or his writing for various tech magazines. He asked me a lot about how we lead our clients through social media, how we teach them the difference of the tools versus the etiquette of the space. Really. It was an interesting interview. We talked a good bit about smarterfaster.com and this particular blog, which we thought was very cool that an ad agency would do something like this. I also just came out of the famous South by Southwest Bruce Sterling rant. It's a speech that he gets every year at South by Southwest. Bruce Sterling is from Austin. And for those of you who read Cyberpunk back in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, Bruce Sterling was one of the seminal cyberpunk writers, and is it's funny because the future that those guys predicted back then is more than come true. And his speech was mainly about the demise of the old media, and not so much what's going to happen to the old media, but what's going to happen to the audience. How is it? Because now the audience is all connected, and they're connected with short chunks of information as opposed to small groups of the audience being connected around one single writer. They're all connected to each other. One of the benefits that he sees from that is the fact that even though the world is going through a very serious economic crisis, the world hasn't lashed out at each other. We haven't developed boogeymen. And part of the reason that he says that, really he thinks that happens, is because we are so connected, and we see each other as people. I thought that was interesting because a lot of the discussion around social media is about how you treat people like people, as opposed to just demographic groups. It was a really good day. We was really busy. We're off to get some barbecue. We have tweeted out there that, telling Justin where we're going to be. We know Justin has been tweeting during sessions, so we know he's here. We just don't know where here. So hopefully he will find the barbecue place. We're headed to Salt Lick, and which is a famous barbecue place outside of Austin. And we're going to drive out there and see what we can find. We'll talk to y'all in the morning. This is Bruner at South by Southwest Show 9.